So it begins. Op posts link to CNBC article about Credit Suisse exiting a losing position with a hedge fund. Just to clear up any misconceptions for our/all, here is the link. Please note the article says, while Credit Suisse and Nomura didn't name the fund, it's been widely reported that Archegos Capital Management is the firm connected to the fire sale. But, as one report on this thread states, this is not the hedge fund you're looking for. I wish I could give awards to reports. Edit, typo, web link, Reddit link. Institutional GA. Great name for an album, celebratory hands in the air. Lil Quant might drop it. Crap, let's show those retards how real men go GA. Insanity Wolf of Wall Street. Also WTF did Kramer just tell US to buy bank stocks? Thoughtful face, thoughtful face, thoughtful face, middle finger. Has anybody done the opposite of what Kramer says and documented it? 'Cause I think it's a winning strategy. He said hell was coming in a meltdown on TV. 2008 happened right after that. You died if you didn't see Kramer crying on TV about how this is the end and went all in. Gonna need a link on this one. He basically lost his mind and spelled out the Fed's failure in 2007 means death in 2008 even for the big guys who've been in the market 25 years. The anchor didn't pick up what he was putting down. She listened, but did not hear. Web link. People at the top knew it was coming. I was temping in London in the first half of 2008, and ended up as the PA for the GM of a very large, very posh hotel for a week or so. I heard the GM and one of the other top managers sharing what was likely very expensive wine and saying we won't be able to do things like this soon and other doom and gloom things. I realized at the time that they thought something big was coming, but I was young enough that I thought it wouldn't affect me. In The Big Short, the scene where Burry says, "Oh, so you've secured a net short position yourselves and are free to price my swaps fairly," and the scene with the Charlie, Jamie, and the Wall Street reporter both allude to this. The big banks were throwing every customer they could under the bus in order to get net short. RIP German pension fund. According to Michael Lewis, when potential buyers asked who's taking the long side on these swaps, the guy who Jared Bennett is based on, Greg Lippmann, would literally answer, "Dumb Germans in Dusseldorf." And he was telling the truth. Ha 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 ha, yep. Always Dusseldorf. I never expected to see Kramer and Burry on the same page. He mixes it up and is generally about 50%, either way. But you can be sure he sometimes bets big the opposite way when it matters. Almost as if playing the market is a coin flip. It's like Hess more retarded than us. Exactly, but not the good kind of retard, smiley face. He's the kind of retard who don't know where the moon goes during the day. Goes? They just turn it off, right? This guy gets it. Hess the kind of retard that eats the seasoning packets that come in beef jerky. Hess the kind of guy who gets confused between his wife and his wife's boyfriend, so he F's his dad. Hess the type of guy you see staring at frozen orange juice for hours on end, simply because the word concentrate appears on the container. He's the kind of retard that takes body shots off his wife's boyfriend's ass crack, dynamite, collision. And then brags about it on national television, smiley face. Hey. No kink shaming. Kink shaming is my kink. Well, kink shaming kink shamers is my kink. Silica gel tasty. XD. Hear me out. Tankers. He also said days before it collapsed. The ultimate crook. YouTube link. This is effing hilarious. How does anyone still even listen to this old F's horse crap? Wasn't that the firm JP Morgan colluded to run a bear raid on then acquired them at $2 a share? Smiley face, you can't make this crap up. Edit, moral of the story is do your own research. Don't listen to anyone but yourself. Yes. I was with JP Morgan at the time. I worked in VA but was in NYC the day Lehman collapsed, September 2008. Crazy. Fourth largest IB went poof, vaporized. It happens, I seen it. Maybe happening again. Yes, they shorted them into the ground and profited from the collapse, while the employees, who owned 30% of the company's shares, lost it all, including jobs, homes, and retirement funds. If memory serves me correct, there was some sort of closed-door meeting with all the big players, JPM, Goldman, etc., which Stearns usually would have been invited to but was left out days before the bear raid happened. And the craziest part of this meeting was that it was held by the Federal Reserve. Again, going off memory, I think the Federal Reserve even lent JPM something like $20 billion for the acquisition. Then a day or two later the bear raid happens and JPM acquires Stearns for $2 a share. Epping bananas. The entire Bear Stearns saga was infested with collusion at the highest levels. I am going off memory, so if I'm wrong on something I'll change it, but I do remember the Bear Stearns bear raid being real shady, and we only learned about that closed-door meeting like months or maybe a year plus after it happened. Go look up Matt Taibbi's article for Rolling Stone about it, you've got the gist of it. In 2008 he also told people to hold Bear Stearns shares, smiley face, smiley face, smiley face. Well, someone's got to be holding the bag when it all goes tits up, and Cramer sure as hell doesn't want bag holders to be his banker buddies. He probably had his money with Melvin Lowell. Ding. Like a week before they went bankrupt, if I recall correctly. Cramer says A is bad, you buy A. Cramer says B is good, you sell B easy. Puts on Citadel when? Well, pretty sure their biggest long position is the SPX or SPY, if you will. But shorting or buying puts in this bull market can be the death of accounts. We see a good pullback till maybe June. But we will see. If I was going to buy puts on SPY, I would only day trade it or get ones for maybe June, but only a small position. Not financial advice, and again, trying to buy puts on SPY can be a portfolio killer in this market. Last year buying puts on SPY killed a ton of portfolios here, mine included. Would not recommend. Haven't lost money on a short put spread yet though. I don't know enough about options to know how to do that safely, I'm just here for the imaginary internet points that give me the good feelies. How do I get those too? Watch Jim, then do the exact opposite, crucial step 2 of my DD, dollar bills face, vomiting face, rocket, rocket. Good time to have diarrhea and check Reddit. Shippy. Truly, you are crap posting. This is what the Reddit is made for. Holy crap, I haven't heard shibby in a very effing long time. Dude. You just touched Christy Boner's hoo-hoo. I feel like I'm going to be trapped in some nightmare of eternal quotes of early 2000s movies for the rest of my life. We'll get onto Anchorman next. And then? No, and then. Sweet, what about mine? Dude, literally same LOL. Praise be the sketchy Thai food I had. Trying to get some work done between these toilet trips is not easy. That's when I usually check it. Sup fellow Europore turd. Can we just appreciate for a moment that a large multi-family private office leveraged themselves to the tits, defaulted on a margin call, and it causing a market-wide sell-off to the tune of tens of billions of dollars, and yet I'm the irresponsible retail idiot whose risky trading is dangerous. Yes, you bastard, now feel shame and prepare your apology speech to the world for bringing down the system through the nefarious act of legally buying shares. Here's my speech. When I was a boy in Bulgaria. Yes or no? Thank you for the question. It all started when I was a young warthog. When he was a young warthog. Pumbaa, not in front of the kids. In West Philadelphia, born and raised. Edit, thanks for all the upvotes. On the stock market I spent most of my days. I got into one little stock and hedgies got scared. Still making memes in mom's basement, but I just don't care. I beat my chest for a cab, and when it came near the license plate said Hodel and it had a bandana in the mirror. Ween he was triple A uong warthuag, musical notes, musical note, musical notes. Great question. I appreciate the opportunity to answer this question and feel my answer will give you and your constituents some insight into what is really happening here with all this, and look forward to answering this question after first complimenting R about what a great question it is. The nefarious act of legally buying shares. Web link. We just got shamrolled, flushed face, or thunborged, or gretent. He just likes the stock. When you lose $10,000, it's your fault. When you make others lose $100 million, it's your fault. Don't worry, some of us got it, smiley face. Privatize profits and socialize losses, laughing my butt off. And we're out here stacking checks, life is good. Can we also appreciate that a bunch of strangers on the internet have deemed themselves more trustworthy of listening to their financial research than the professional and supposedly regulated mainstream media organizations? It's not risky when the super rich do it because that's what K is for. Exactly, but there is no one coming to bail out us apes in case. The UN named hedge fund defaulted on margin calls. They should be called the UN named henceforth, because every time you name them an angel gets diarrhea. Edit. For those of you using the name to actually be able to poop, I am very proud of you. Jesus, is that what happened? I was up all night. You really should be MOAS responsible. MOAS, Mo problems. So when Congress asks you, just remember you were a boy in Bulgaria. Haha, lose your money retarded, lose other people's money genius. Post of the effing year. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to be the first to know about Red Rabbit Reader's new videos. If you like our videos, please like them on YouTube and share them with your friends. We welcome your comments below. Press to start another of our videos.